Hey everyone, Luke here, aka Stone Mosaic, and here with my last comic review. And I'm in my car rather than in front of all my comics, but it's because I forgot as I was getting in the car. Oh wait, I need to review this last book before I return to the library. That is The Fifth Beatle by uh, Vivek Tiwari, Andrew Robinson, and Kyle Baker. Really awesome graphic novel about the Beatles manager Brian Epstein. Very well illustrated. I felt like some things were sort of glossed over a bit. There's sort of a um, the vast majority of the story takes place sort of between Epstein, um, sort of like discovering the Beatles, and then sort of their sort of artistic um, evolution. But with an obvious heavy dose of Epstein and sort of the things he had to go through, manage the band, and also his own personal life and the relationships he had. Interesting stuff. I don't know if I would learn as much about Epstein than if I would if I was reading a biography, but it was definitely good sort of introduction. And now if I so choose, I can go and read something a little more academic, I guess. But this is actually really good. The art is amazing. Andrew Robinson, someone who I follow on Instagram, and I got him to sign a couple comics of mine at the Tampa Bay Comic Con. Just a really great sort of retro kind of style here. Let me show you. Really nice. I like the one at the top there of Moxie. Get a shot of that. Very well drawn. There's a weird kind of section in the middle where the Beatles go to the Philippines. That's sort of infamous appearance they made there. Which, if you're a Beatle fan, you'll know about. If not, I believe it had something to do with like accidentally insulting them in some random accidental way, or some sort of Philippine tradition they didn't follow. I forget exactly, but there's some sort of dust up, and there's kind of a weird art style. I think that's Kyle Baker's contribution to the book. Kind of weird, very cartoony, not really very good style. I don't know why they had to change that, why Andrew Robinson couldn't have done that, but interesting book. I feel like the end is a little strange. It's sort of with how Epstein sort of passes away at a young age. It wasn't really made clear. I mean, there's a lot of talk about him and the pills that he takes, and there are a lot of doctors prescribing them for him. It doesn't really go into that too much. Would like that to be a little more clear, but I think they just want a more poetic way where he's visited at his bedside by Paul, and then by one of the other managers, Nat. I believe it was the American record label representative, I think. Anyway, I'm sort of rambling here, but I thought it was a really good book. I felt like the writing was pretty good. Could use a little bit more of been a little more clear on some things. I felt like it definitely let you know that who Brian Epstein was, and he was very dedicated, very much a workaholic, and but hey, the Beatles definitely benefit from it. So I'll give this an 8 out of 10. Good to have this book as the last one I review. So anyway, if you guys missed one of my previous videos in which I mentioned why I was stopping these videos, it's basically that reviewing comics has been it's become a bit of a chore. And I don't know if that's my own making or that's because I impose a certain number of reviews I want to get done every week, every month, whatever. But at the point where I would get home from work and I'd just be too tired, and then I would think, oh, I have to review this many comics this week, and it just didn't become enjoyable. Now I'll still post my ratings on Goodreads, on Comic Book DB. So I'll also be doing that, and I'm sure you can find my rating for The Fifth Beatle there, and then follow all the other reviews I do there. I have quite the extensive reading list that I'll probably Never end up reading all those books that I have on there, but a lot of comics I want to read, and stuff that I already have. So you can keep track that way, and I might do text reviews that way too. But I just felt like it was time to stop and read comics a little unburdened without having to sort of give any sort of review or any sort of opinion, because I found it kind of hard to do these videos without spoiling things, without making plot details known, without really diving into it. And there are reviewers who do that, but I only watch the videos of stuff that I'm not interested in reading, but I still want to know what it's about and what people think about it. But I really want to do that myself. I want to make sure that I left key plot details unspoiled, so you can go and read it if you disagreed with what I said and you thought, oh well, this got a bad review, but it sounds interesting and the art, is up your alley, and you might want to check it out for yourself. So I definitely didn't want to spoil anything, either on purpose or on accident. So that was difficult as well, but that's the way I decided to do it, and the time for my reviews is up. So definitely check out the fifth Beatle, though. That's what this review is about, not about my ramblings on whether I do videos or not. So check it out, and I'll still be out there watching comic review videos and chiming in with my 2 cents. But yeah, thank you for watching, and happy reading.